Have you ever looked at a piece of pattern paper and wondered how to get the most out of it without overthinking your card design? Today I'm going to share with you how to use a 6x6 piece of pattern paper and create 4 gorgeous handmade cards. It's quick, it's easy, and it's a fantastic way to stretch your craft supplies and create cards you're going to be excited to send. Hi, I'm Julia with Julia Sue's Stamping. If you love making beautiful cards without spending hours trying to figure out what to do with it to create them, then you're in the right place. So whether you're crafting with a brand new paper pack or you're using an old favorite from your stash, this layout is going to give you something to come back to and use over and over again. Today I'm going to walk you through step by step how to cut, assemble the cards, and add special finishing touches. They're going to make each of your designs just shine. And by the end, you're going to have 4 completed cards and the layout you'll want to save for future designs. If you're joining me live for the premiere, please hop over into the live chat and let me know that you're here. If you're watching the replay, please leave me a comment. I love knowing that you're here crafting along with me. Let me know which one of these cards is your favorite. Well, I think we should go ahead and get started. How about you? Let's go. Well, have you ever looked at a gorgeous piece of pattern paper and thought, I love this so much, I'm afraid to cut it? Well, today we're going to be cutting it. So let's take a deep breath because we're going to do this together. For this quick and easy one sheet wonder, I'm using a 6x6 piece of the Waterside Retreat Designer Series paper. I've cut it down from the 12x12 piece. We're going to turn this one piece into 4 great cards that are going to be ready to send and make someone's day. So here's the best part. Even if your paper is directional, and mine is on this side, kind of, then if you turn it accidentally the wrong way on your card, it's still going to look great. This is a very forgiving project, which is exactly my kind of math. And speaking of math, I do have a complete PDF tutorial as a free download just for you on my blog. The link is down in the video description, so I hope you check it out and grab a copy for your own. Starting with this 6x6 piece of designer series paper, as I said, mine does have a bit of a direction to it, so I'm going to pay attention to that as I cut. But I'm also not going to panic because honestly, once the cards are finished, everything works out beautifully. First, this is going to be one sheet, 4 cards, and no tiny scraps of paper mocking us from the corners of my desk, and I love that. I'm going to start by cutting 1 3/4 inches off of the top of this 6x6 piece. So I'm going to cut it 1 3/4 piece off like that. And then I'm going to trim half inch off of one of these sides. And I think I'm going to do it off this side because I think it makes more sense than this one. So I'm going to do that, 1/2 inch. So now I have a piece that is 5.5 inches. This is the only scrap I have of this whole thing. And this is 5.5 by 1 3/4. So I'm going to set it aside. And this is for card 1 right there. All right, so now I have the piece of designer series paper, and it is now going to be 4 1/4 by 6, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut off, I'm going to turn it. I had it like this and I cut off this side, so I'm going to turn it to the right, and I'm going to cut off 1/2 inch from that top piece. And now, because the paper trimmer will let me, this is 1.5 inches, I'm also going to cut off 1.5 inches right here. Okay, this is for card number 2. So just like this, card number 2 is halfway designed. And I love it when paper does the heavy lifting and I get to take the credit. Now our piece of designer series paper measures 4 1/4 by 4. So this is the 4 inches and this is 4 1/4 right there. So I'm going to have it turned so that my 4-inch piece is at the top. Now I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut off 3 1/2-inch pieces. 1, 2, and the third piece. I like to keep these pieces in order, just in case I end up wanting to have my pattern continue across my card. And this is for card number 3. I may not decide to do that, but I may decide to. So there we go. All right, now we have a piece that measures 2 3/4 inches by 4. All I'm going to do with this one is cut 1 inch off of each end. Cut 1 inch off of this end. And this last piece that's left is 2 inches. So I've got them like this. This is card number 4. And again, I like to keep them in order in case I decide to use them that way, but I may not. Who knows? So I've got them all in order here. I've got number 4 here, card 3's paper here, card 2. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and then 4 right here. I have mats that I've cut for these pieces too. This is for card number 1. It's Night of Navy. That's what I decided to use for this. And I'm going to mat it onto this piece. I'm going to mat this piece of designer series paper onto it like so. The mat has been cut to be 5.5 by 2. So it's just 1/4 inch wider than this piece of designer series paper. For card number 2, I have a Night of Navy mat that measures to be 4 1/4 by 1 3/4. So that's for this piece, and I'm going to again adhere the designer series paper now to the mat. And it is all the way to the ends. And I think for this one, because I like that wood, I think I'm going to put that like that. Okay. So I'm going to adhere this down like so. That's card number 2. And it's matted. For card number 3, it's 4 1/4 by 2 inches. And I'm going to continue, I think, to have these go in order. So I'm going to put some adhesive down, place this piece, and when I do multiples onto a mat, I like to do the outside pieces first. It's just easier for me, and then I can easily get that middle piece just in the middle. The adhesive gives me just a moment to put these pieces exactly where I want them. Get this piece and put it into the middle. Perfect. So these are all getting adhered to their coordinating Night of Navy mat. And remember, if you have more than one piece for that card, play around with flipping it around. Now, I think that's what I'm going to do for this one. I'm going to go ahead and flip it around and use these pretty wood panels on the outsides. I'm getting stuck to this piece. When you do that, it gives the card a little, oh, that's cute moment. And sometimes the paper says to us, absolutely not. So that's okay. We just listen to the paper and do whatever it suggests that we do. All right, I really like these. Those look great. All four of the cards that I'm going to be having here have balmy blue as the card base. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. I've scored it and folding it using the bone folder at 4.25 inches. I decided for these cards to use the Relaxing Waterside stamp set and dies because they all coordinate and go together so nicely. You could use anything that you have in your craft stash. It's perfectly fine. I also brought in this small nested essentials banner for one of the sentiments. And mostly this is the only die I used. Other than that, I did use a lot of the stamps in here. So for card number 1 that uses this, I created this. Now you can make the cards as simple or as fancy as you want. You can add more layers or do lots of different things. Inside each of the cards, I did do a nice white, basic white panel matted with the Night of Navy as well. So there's plenty of room to write and it creates a nice finish. I did stamp the chair on some of the designer series paper in that pack, and we've got a nice little relax stamped here. This is quick and simple, and it looks like it belongs right by the water with a cold drink and no responsibilities. For card number 2, which was this one right here, I used those 2 pieces of designer series paper and I adhered them onto the mat, flipping one of them over. Again, both sides of that designer series paper is great, so you just need to see if it'll give you a fun contrast or not. I've got the Happy Father's Day Dad and Night of Navy on a little basic white piece, and I matted that then with some Night of Navy. A little bit of the basics twine, essentials pack twine in gray, and the balmy blue stamped beach grass here. So really nice. And this one is not, the other one was a landscape, and this is a portrait style card. So great way to use that. So now for card number 3, where this was the base, right? Remember that from the designer series paper? It has those 3, 4 by ½ inch strips, and I kept mine in order so that the pattern flowed across the panel. I adhered them to the Night of Navy mat, and then I stamped the seagulls in balmy blue to my card front. I've got stamped the Here's to a New Chapter, a Night of Navy, this little square. And I finished it off with a little double bow, also in the gray baker's twine. Again, inside the nice white panel. Card number 3, done. And I love how those narrow strips give it such a clean, modern look. On to card number 4. We're using these pieces, remember? The 2 that measure 1 by 2 3/4 and the one that measures 2 by 2 3/4. I turned the 2 end pieces to the opposite side of the paper, the designer series paper contrast. They were adhered to the mat and then mounted onto the card front. Have a Great Birthday was stamped in Night of Navy and then die cut with the nested essentials I talked about earlier. I've got some gray granite variegated trim behind the sentiment in a loose V or S shape. I call this casual trim placement, which is a lot nicer than saying I just kind of messed with it until I thought it looked okay. All right, and then the sentiment was adhered to the card front, and card number 4 is finished. So look at what we have here now. We've got 4 really great cards from one piece of 6x6 designer series paper. It's such a great, easy layout if you want to use your pattern paper to stretch your supplies and get several cards made without starting from scratch every single time. You can dress them up even more with other layers, embellishments, embossing, that using your embossing folders, or keep everything lined up. You can flip your designer series paper. You can change the bundle that you use. This layout just gives you a starting point, and then you get to make it your own. So let me know in the chat or your comments, which is your favorite. Do you like card number 1, 2, 3, or 4 the best? I would absolutely love hearing what you think. And I'd love to be your crafty cheerleader if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I really hope this inspires you to cut into that pretty paper instead of saving it forever. Your DSP wants to become cards. It told me. So thanks so much for crafting with me today. And be sure to subscribe, to like, and to check the description for more details like that free downloadable tutorial that's just for you. That's it. 4 cards. That quick, that easy. And isn't it great to see so many possibilities that you can do with this layout? I love one sheet wonders. It's a great way to build up a bit of a card collection so you're never thinking, I wish I had a card for that. You will. All right. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day and that you have a chance to get inky. Bye.